All right, user question on Oxiracetam. Is it safe to take for a pretty long time? This user is asking if he could take it for 5 to 7 months during a course of study in school. So we're going to get to that. I'm going to reference a study. I'm going to talk about my perspective on that compound particularly here in a bit. And thanks so much for watching. My name is Ryan Michael Ballo. I am your bearded nootropics information wizard. Thanks for being with us. Check us out on the web at livecortex.com, livecortex.com/blog. Look, giant blog for nootropics information. Folks always want to peruse the web for nootropic stuff, and that's good to find out what to take, what doses, how everything works, how everything stacks. But really, we put it all together on a blog. It's at livecortex.com/blog. Check us out on Facebook at facebook.com/cortexstacks. And on Twitter, also at twitter.com/cortexstacks. 6 nootropic products support this broadcast. Here they are.
Elite level nootropic products.
Quickly, number one, we've got a stack. It is called Cortex. I mean, look, Cortex is one of those stacks that we made to be significantly powerful. I was sort of annoyed by the pre-made stacks that were out there, that they really weren't very strong and were very noticeable and made me want to get into work and be productive. We changed that with the Cortex stack. Right now, you can get it for $27 using the coupon code 5. Try what's being called the only pre-made stack at livecortex.com. If you need my help personally, we've got a consulting service. It's a 40-minute call with me, 15 additional email correspondence. Most people just drill me with questions and or have me help them find stacks. And then if you're new to nootropics and you've got questions and you can't figure out like doses and what to take and safety of certain things, we wrote a book for you. It's called Smarter, Better, Faster. If you're new and you have questions, you have to read that book, and you got to read it 10 to 15 times. Get all this stuff at livecortex.com. So a question came in basically saying that, look, I'm in a long study stint. I'm in college. I've got a lot of classes to take. For the next 5 to 7 months, I found that Oxiracetam as a standalone with some choline works really well for me. It basically works better than everything else. Like, I can focus, I got verbal fluency, my mental fluidity is like where it hasn't been before, where I've been trying to get it. It's like one of the guy's targets via taking nootropics, and I found a nootropic that I really like. And the guy's question is basically, can I take it for the next 5 to 7 months? Because I got to study hard. I got 7 months or so to study and to get things done, to pass a bunch of courses. And so can I be taking Oxiracetam? And the answer to that question is, I imagine you're between 20 and 30 right now. I don't imagine you're a 60-year-old that's back to school, back to college, learning whatever it is you're learning. And so the answer always depends on how old you are, right? What seems clear enough to me is that optimizations in neurological functioning tend to be better long-term when you have an aged brain. So if somebody's older, 60 or something, then they seem to be able to tolerate nootropic compounds particularly. I mean, there's studies on this, and I'll reference one here in a bit, for longer periods of time, like 6 to 8 months, a year, 2 years, etc., without any significant side effects. And frankly, like then with cognitive tests that they took, showing markers of improvement. That isn't to say that people that are 20 years old can't take Oxiracetam for 5 to 7 months, because I have taken I think I've taken every racetam for that long and not run into significant issues. So my own anecdotal experience is that, yeah, though I really make a routine to cycle, I certainly have taken, I think the longest I took Oxiracetam was about 4 months, and I was taking it 5 days a week with 2 days off on the weekends to cycle. So I would say that my answer to that question is everything depends. I think you should always cycle, but if you found something that worked, we've done a video about this recently before, take the Oxiracetam, and you're likely not going to run into some significant problem at all taking Oxiracetam for 5 to 7 months. So I would say green light. But I will reference a study. I forget what it's called. I'll put the study in front of the screen here, that discusses essentially some senior citizens who were having dementia-like issues that took 600 to 800 milligrams of Oxiracetam daily. So they took this every day for 6 to 8 months. Not only did their cognitive performance improve in a battery of tests, but no side effects whatsoever were witnessed. Okay, so I mean, like that proves our point. That really lends some more credible research behind and validity behind the idea that if you're 60 or above, and something's going wrong, you've got dementia or early signs of dementia, then you can take nootropics longer term, and they seem not to have any side effects at all, and they only improve your performance because you really do need the optimization. See, like side effects with nootropics always come when you don't need the optimizations and you just start taking something anyway because you heard it was cool, right? You got to be choosy about nootropics and only really take what you think you need, other than the non-neurotransmitter modifying nootropics like ALA and vinpocetine and things of this nature, which just sort of optimize blood flow or act as antioxidants in that regard. But yes, my answer is 100%. I'd say, I mean, especially if you're a young dude, I mean, yeah, or chick, 5 to 7 months of taking oxiracetam, with like a minor choline source to get your choline is not a problem, especially if it's working for you right now. No sweat, take the stuff. It is one of the most safe racetams there is, and it's totally awesome. If you need my help personally in any of this stuff, we've got a consulting service. It's a 40-minute call with me. Get it at livecortex.com. You want to try our stack? Now's the time to try Cortex. Buy a bottle of what's being called the only pre-made nootropic stack that actually works at livecortex.com. Coupon code 5 FIVE gets you Cortex for $27. And if you're new to nootropics, like, look, you have to read Smarter, Better, Faster. That's the tell-all book on nootropics on the web right now in the world. There is no better one. That is it. I wrote it myself. Get that at livecortex.com. It's digital. You can download it right away. Thanks so much for watching. What's up, everybody? Ryan Michael Balla here. Hey, thanks for watching the video. Look, we've got, as it stands, 5 primary products that I want to just explain to you. You heard us mention them during the video, so I'm going to break them down. Number 1, from left to right, the Cortex Nootropic Stack. This is a cognitive enhancement stack that you really want to take to turn the lights on. Just to give you an idea, hardcore business folks that require 18 to 20 hours of brain function, take the Cortex Stack. That's what we initially designed it for, but then like everybody in the nootropic sphere loved it. Verbal fluency, speed of processing, motivation, drive to want to work. That's what the Cortex Stack does. Moving right along, the Oxiracetam guide there, that is called the Beginner's Guide to Oxiracetam, breaks down 25 powerful Oxiracetam stacks, shows you how to use Oxiracetam. It's essentially the everything guide to Oxiracetam. Long demanded, folks asked us for it, we delivered. It is fully digital, lots of powerful stacks. And then there's the nootropic stacks for the business professional. That's basically 100, right around 100 powerful uridine, modafinil, theacrine, Oxiracetam, Oxiracetam, phenylpiracetam, Alcar stacks for business situations, for the type of brain states that business folks need for sustained performance. Next is the Racetam God Guide. That is a high-level every Racetam guide, digital guide. We've got all the major Racetams with accompanying focus stacks and memory stacks and speed of processing stacks. In that Racetam. There's 8 major nootropic Racetams, and that guide explains all of them and accompanying stacks. Then there's the Noopept Pro Stack List. The Noopept Pro Stack List is a digital guide that explains oral, so just taking it by mouth, sublingual, taking it under the tongue, and then intranasal, spraying Noopept nasal spray in your nose, stacks. It's just a bunch of stacks, a giant stack list of Noopept stacks that are highly effective, pro-level, specific brain state inducing type of Noopept stacks. That thing has been a hit out there with the market. And then last, there's Smarter, Better, Faster. Smarter, Better, Faster is the all-around, everything nootropics digital guide. If you just want to learn everything, many Racetams, modafinil, etc., get Smarter, Better, Faster. It's like the guide you need to know if you're new to nootropics, to learn basically everything and to walk away knowing what you need to know on nootropics. Thanks so much for listening. Thanks so much for watching. Get this stuff at livecortex.com and rock on.